ask video requests. People want to know. And I can ask, hey, what's the setup on the truck? What did it do? How'd you get it to go like that? Well, let me tell you, I'm going to answer your questions today. We're going to go through the engine, the suspension, the rear end, what the transmission and the motor was, what the intake was, what turbo setup we had. We're going to have to do pictures of that because I sold it. But then we'll look at the inside of how this truck was on the inside. And we'll do all that before I tear it apart because that's the next step in this process of getting this thing gutted for a roll cage. Also, we'll get it in the air because I got to clean it off because it's all an oily mess. But that's what we're doing right here, right now. Let's go. So, stock rockers with the BTR trunnion upgrade. So we'll start there. All right. What we got here? Just normal Gen 4 head studs and some normal push rods. That's what we ran. BTR push rods, not stock. BTR. LS7 lifters. Just LS2 diamond chain, gear, whatever. All that stuff. You got your safety TCI flex plate. You got your 799 heads. I think we'll say yes. Yeah. They had the BTR dual valve springs. We went with a Holley high ram intake and a Holley Sniper 102 throttle body. Those Brembos are Emily's. And I believe that's it. Oh, right here. We had a shelf BTR cam for it, which is now ruined, so we're gonna have to get another one, but nothing special. It had a stock balancer on it. We had on-3 turbo kit with a T4 mounting plate, whatever you call it, I don't know. It's T4, it was a T4, but there's an adapter, they make it from T4 to T6, so we got the adapter, and we got that 88 103 VS turbo. It was the on-3 kit, completely stock, driver side manifold, cross pipe. I took the flex plate out, put the, I don't know, put a piece of pipe in there because the flex plate blew out. Then put the turbo on. It just ran through nothing special. It was a Mishimoto intercooler. It had a blow-off valve. I don't even remember the name. It was right now, and a small tile wastegate. Motor-wise, that was pretty much it. We're also going to include the transmission that is no longer with us, but it was a Circle D converter, triple disc, 4200 stall. The transmission was a semi-built 4L80, basically stock, had some hardened shafts in it and a Jakes D3 in it. New clutches, I believe it had a different roller bearings in it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have to check into that. But then also I had a Transcross member made by Chevy 370 LSX, I believe. I think his name's Tyler Scruggs. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that last name. But that lasted. The drive shaft loop did keep the drive shaft from entering the cab, and with all the damage that did, I am very thankful. You can see how bent that got when it exploded. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about talking about what this guy is. It is 4225 with me sitting in it, race ready, full tank of E. Now let's take a peek inside here. Stock seats, stock interior. I did have a fire extinguisher mounted there just in case, but stock seats, stock seat belts, everything else. Oh, it's a little dark in here. We ain't got the battery switch on. Yeah, full dash. It has heat. A radio still works. I put a switch panel in there, just some switches for fans and the trans brake, so I can turn it off when I don't need it. Just cruising around or anything, just leave it off. Like I said, I just ran on Terminator X. Took the OEM dash out, just mounted that in there. I'm planning on getting a 7-inch dash over winter. A stock steering wheel. Couldn't figure out where to put the buttons, so I just put them on the dash. You got the trans brake and the bump, and you know, when you're sitting there at the track and you're trying to bump in, all my friends say I look like Ray Charles, just trying to bump in, just getting all crazy with it. Gets in there, but then we get staged. Cup holders even, you know, floor mats. Like I said, $42.25 with me in it. Suspension wise, the truck is running a VAS tubular upper and lower control arms with Viking front dual adjustable coilovers. The coilover mounts didn't fit itself. I had to have a buddy make me some custom plates for that, so we can get the control arms to fit the way I wanted them to. And the reason they didn't fit is they hit the turbo kit itself, and I didn't know that until I was putting it on, and so it kind of took some time. Yeah, so we'll go to the rear. We have Caltrac traction bars, a spring clamp there. Don't know what it's there for, but it works, so we'll leave it. DJM axle flip kit. We actually welded the plate for the springs itself to the axle because it kept rotating on me. And the plates are actually, I don't know if we can see it or not, the plates are actually pretty bent, and it's from launching hard and everything else. I did cut, notch the frame for it. Then the rear shocks are QA1 dual adjustables with a relocate kit. Let's back up a little bit, sorry. And as you see, easy to get to, and I think it does a lot of work, and it does work well once you get it all figured out. Rear axle is a stock 10 bolt. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's a stock 10 bolt housing, but it has the TA grid line, a Detroit True Track, and Yukon axles. The gears in it are hardened 373 gears, and so far the axle has not given me any problems, and it's been a 360 foot width at 4,200 pounds. I've been very impressed with it, and I'm hoping to run it until it goes, and then at that point we'll figure out what we're doing afterwards. It's kind of a part storage back here too, so hang with me. I have a 20-gallon fuel cell. We're upgrading all the lines, getting bigger lines in it. But the way the fuel cell is made is the top of the fuel cell is actually right below the bed, and then there's the fill net. We have a battery relocate kit, but whatever, that's not hard to do. So we'll go under and look at what we got. There's a AEM 380 fuel pump, and then the 750 MagnaFuel fuel pump. I made custom mounts. Made custom mounts for the fuel cell itself out of angle iron and welded it to the frame itself. And that is what the fuel cell and the fuel pumps stay on, or are all mounted to, as you see. So yeah, the fuel lines are all dash 8. Well, dash 8 coming out of the fuel pumps and wise into a dash 10. Sorry, there's a lot of interior pieces under here. I'm stripping it out. Your fuel filter, whatever. Wide together, and then under the hood, it actually wires apart. And then goes the fuel rails. The fuel rails are Holley fuel rails, and I ran Bosch 210 injectors with the setup. After everything was said and done, when I went the 9.0 pass, it had Bosch 210 injectors that were borrowed from one of my friend's cars. I'm gonna get my own here over winter. All right, guys, thanks for watching. sorry for the mess. We don't have the biggest garage in the world, as you see, but I'm hoping to hopefully here get this moved out and moved over to my friend's shop, and we're going to put the cage and get everything ready for it to go back in and get the new turbo set up on it and everything else. I will keep you guys up, try to keep you guys updated on all of that progress and everything else. We have a goal. Hope it is in the 8s, and we'll see what it is. And then I want to travel a little more next year too. But until then, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.